Okay, I'm back again. Shh, quiet again. Okay, so what do I want to tell you? What did the July 4th thing have? Why did it make me think July 4th, Mystic Camp, all the crying, and, of course, what it, I don't know, abortions killed, what, 63 million? I don't know. Big numbers, I'm sure it is. But the part that really got me was it was the Guadalupe. It was a Christian camp. It was children. Our Lady of Guadalupe is very, I can't say famous because that's not a word for it, very cherished in the Catholic faith. Same with all the sightings, Lourdes, Fatima, all of them, okay? Our Lady of Guadalupe speaks, I'm going to say, to the Hispanic community very well. And so I would have said this should have been something, because we have a Guadalupe River runs through New Braunfels area. Oh, hey, everybody goes tubing up and down it, right? Nobody considers the name of the river, which is just a river, right? Just a river anyhow. But all that crying for those 20 and not for the 63 million is the point. Baal, Baal, you remember the Mayans? Well, they used to sacrifice. I'm sure all the other places did too. Yeah, all the other places. And what do we got going in our news right now about all this stuff with children? When you worship Baal, that's what he asks of you. Our God does not. Remember out in the desert, y'all know the story. There's two altars. One altar is Baal, and the people that believed in Baal tried to get their fire to start, and they were yelling and screaming all day, and nothing happened. And then the other gentleman, he even put water all over everything so it wouldn't burn. And his burned. And that was God, and God won again. God won. God always wins. Did you know that in the Ethiopian Bible, Satan in the Garden of Eden said, I'm going to mess with that guy Adam. Basically, no. You can't touch Adam. Adam is of me. You can't touch him. Okay. How about that woman? Okay. If you can tempt her to, and she was tempted and she fell. And the Ethiopian Bible said that her 1,000 years of living, I think it was 912 years on earth, that she was very sorrowful for the very first act of sin. Not with who she was given to. Okay, there's a lot of you have to talk about the marriage, and you really have to look at the marriage of the Jewish faith. So let me go try to, I'm going to just real quick. So first of all, the father and the son have to go over to the bride's house, and he has to basically say, are you interested in me? And they do a glass of wine thing, and yes or no, and so that is the start. And he goes away. He's gone with the father. Where does he go? He goes with the Father back to the Father's house, because why? At the Father's house, he's going to make them a place. Now, there's only one stipulation in this rule. If the girl says yes, well, then it's continued. If the young man, whoever, says yes, well, it continues. But if the Father says, your house is not ready, what does Jesus tell us to do? Tells us in the Bible? He says, I am preparing rooms for all of you. You prepare the room for the bride. He says, my dad's mansion is huge. So he's getting rooms ready. So back to that story. Sorry. Again, I'm going too far ahead, too fast. Back to that story. When the Father says that room is perfect for him and his new bride, then he goes back to the house where she was betrothed to him, and during this time she's making her wedding dress and getting everything all ready and preparing. She has at least 1 year to get ready, but she does not know when he's coming back, the guy that she's betrothed to, because the Father is the one who decides whether or not that room is ready to take them in. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was one of the best stories I've ever heard. After the Father says, hey, that room's ready, go get your bride. And then he meets at the door with the bride, and she has to stand in the doorway, and he stands out, let's just say by the road. And when he shows up, the first thing he wants to really know is if she's faithful. Did she spend that year thinking of their future, getting herself prepared? If not, he goes away. Goodbye.